Welcome you all for Engineering Chemistry Lab. I, Dr. R.K. Patil from KLE College of Engineering and Technology, Chikodi. I am here to explain you about the Engineering Chemistry Lab. So first of all, let us know the chemical analysis. So chemical analysis is done by volumetric analysis and instrumentation analysis. So whereas we are going to incorporate these methods to find out the concentration of a material or the compound or the species present in the solution, as well as we are going to find out the precisely about the content of the material or the species present in the solution. So here the video is framed syllabus for this chemistry lab. So in this they have made two parts. For the first part is volumetric and the second part the instrumentation respectively. And here in the volumetric section we have 6 experiments, and in instrumentation experiment there are 6 experiments accordingly. So first of all we'll go with the volumetric analysis. So volumetric analysis, where we are going to find out the exact quantity present in a given sample or the solution, by which it is called as a quantitative analysis. So first we go with the first experiment, that is the estimation of a total hardness of a given water sample by EDTA method. So here hard water is the one which does not give lather with a soap, which we normally call it as a hard water. So the reason behind of which presence of dissolved salts of calcium and magnesium. So hardness is divided into two things: temporary hardness and permanent hardness. So temporary hardness is caused because of presence of bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium, whereas permanent hardness is caused because of presence of chloride and sulfates of calcium and magnesium. So the sum of these two we normally call it as a total hardness, and today we are going to find out the total hardness of a given water sample. And for this experiment we required the volumetric flask, burette, pipette and conical flask, and the chemicals we required here like the buffer solution, the Erichrome black tea indicator. So first of all we have to prepare a standard EDTA solution. So EDTA is a complexing agent which is going to form a complex that is soluble 1:1 complex with the calcium and magnesium, that is EDTA. And first we are going to prepare a standard solution. So I have to take the given salt and I have to dissolve in a minimum quantity of ammonia and transfer to 100 ml volumetric flask, and which I already prepared. Then this is supposed to be filled in a burette, and we have to ensure that the volume is in the burette is exactly coinciding to the 0, that is lower meniscus. Now what I have to do here, I have to pipette out 25 ml of given water sample. I'll pick the water sample here. So I have pipette outing 25 ml of given hard water sample into conical flask. So I have to pour into this. Now after this I have to add approximately 5 ml of buffer solution, which is added to maintain a pH 10. And after that we have to add the pinch of Erichrome black tea indicator. We have to tap like this at the bottom to take out the solution from the pipette completely. Then to this, as I said, we have to add approximately 5 ml of buffer solution. I have taken 5 ml of buffer solution approximately. Then to this I have to add a pinch of Erichrome black tea indicator which is blue in color, as and when I add to the reaction mixture, so it turns to wine red color or red wine color. That is due to because of the formation of unstable complex between calcium ions and erythrom black tea indicator. So here I added, you can see the color, that is wine red color. So now I have to go for the titration. I told you this wine red color is due to because of formation of unstable complex between this ions and the indicator, that is erythrom black tea indicator. Now I will go for titration. We have to add drop by drop to the reaction mixture, so you can even see the change in color. So the end point of this titration is wine red to a blue color is going to form, that is the end point. You can see the change in the color. See, now it has changed to wine red to blue color. Yes. So this is the end point of this. You can see a clear color change from red wine to blue color. So this is the end of the titration. Now we have to note down the burette reading. We have to coincide to the eye and we have to note down the burette reading accordingly. Then we have to do other two experiments or other two titrations, and we have to note down the burette reading, and then we have to go for the calculation. Pause. Now we will go for the discussion with respect to reaction. So here the metal ion, that is calcium and magnesium, when I added erythrom black tea indicator to which it forms a unstable complex, that is the calcium and erythrom black tea indicator and magnesium erythrom black tea indicator unstable complex is formed. The unstable complex color is red color. So then I started adding the disodium salt, that is EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. When I started adding the ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid to the reaction mixture, then there is a formation of a complex between metal ion and ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. So once the ions were completely exhausted, then it is going to break this unstable complex, by which the erythrom black tea indicator is got separated, and hence there is a change in color from wine red to blue color. So here we are adding the buffer solution because there is a formation of 2H plus in this reaction, that is acidic. To maintain a constant pH, so we are adding a buffer solution. Hope you all understood this. And now after this we go for the calculation part. This is with respect to finding out the molarity of an EDTA solution. So whatever weight we have given for the preparation of EDTA, that should be noted down, and that should be multiplied into 4. So why 4? 4 because we have prepared the EDTA solution in 250 ml volumetric flask. So that's what it should be multiplied into 4 means it's going to be 1 liter, 1000 ml. So divided by 372.24, then by doing this we are going to get a value that is nothing but the molarity of an EDTA. So this is what the tabulation column. So in burette I have taken a standard EDTA solution, and in conical flask we have taken 25 ml of water sample and approximately 2 to 5 ml of buffer solution and indicator erythrom black tea, and color changes from wine red to clear blue, and it is a tabulation. So final volume So I said about 8.3 ml and initially 0, and what is the difference here? 8.3. Like this we have to do 2 titrations, and then we have to take the mean, and after taking the mean we have to go for the calculation. So volume of EDTA consumed, that should be noted down, and 1000 ml of 1 molar EDTA is equal to 100 gram of calcium carbonate. Since we are calculating with equivalence to calcium carbonate, we have to take 100 here. 100 is nothing but the molecular weight of calcium carbonate. So then to find out the gram of calcium carbonate present in a given taken sample, that is Y, and from which we have to multiply that into 10 to the power of 6 divided by 25, that directly will give in terms of ppm. So always a hardness or total hardness is expressed in terms of parts per million. Okay, one we can express in terms of milligram per liter also. So both are same. So this is your result, that is this much of the hardness which is calculated with equivalence to calcium carbonate present in a given sample. Thank you.